Hi everyone, it's Debbie with Mystery Quilts Anonymous, and we're going to be looking at these Tri-Rex today. We're going to start with the cutting. Okay, we're going to cut 4.5-inch strips. And so what I want you to see is when I lay this down on my 4.5-inch strip, you can actually see the 4.5-inch line down here, which means the dotted line is our sewing line. So I'm going to cut either side of that. Okay, so this is still attached. So I'm going to cut either side of that, and then I'm just going to rotate, and I'm going to do it again using my 4.5-inch line on the top. I'm going to recut the required amounts of those, and we'll be done with the middle part. For the wings, as we call them, we also have 4.5-inch units. But I place mine right sides together because, as you can see, we need a left and a right. So if I place them right sides together, then I can get my left and right because they're opposites. I'm going to do the same thing. I have a 4.5-inch line down here that you can see. So I'm going to straighten out my edge. I'm going to cut my 4.5-inch line and simply rotate, lay down, and cut again. When they're right sides together, you can now see that we have a left and a right side. Okay, so these are going to go on here. Now we're going to assemble these, and I'll show you how that's done. Firstly, the first trick is make sure that you're sticking off the edge up here and that your yellow is sticking out down here. Technically, this corner here is your 1/4 inch sewing line, and this little V down here is where you're going to pop off. That's your 1/4 inch down there. So let's take this first side to the sewing machine, and we're just going to stitch at a 1/4 inch down that side. I'm going to do another one so that I can pop that one off the machine and you can see. Now I go from here. I'm going to show you my little trick from here. When I flip that back, you can see there's a little triangle sticking up here. That's your wrong side. I don't cut that off yet. I don't trim it down because I like for this one to lay right on that, and that's going to give me my 1/4 inch seam allowance up here, and that's going to make sure that these are even. This one, on this side I start from the top. On this side I actually start from the bottom and go off the top. So let me do that for you, and you'll see this unit. I'm going to show you one more time. I'm going to flip that back. We've got a little triangle up there. We're going to lay it down on that triangle, let it hang off the bottom, and we're going to sew at our 1/4 inch from the bottom. I do anyway. Okay, if you can see this, it comes right out at your point there. So when we flip this back, we can trim that off. So what I do now is I get my ruler and I trim this down, making sure it's square. Trim this down to the 4.5 inches. But what I want you to do first is measure from up here, because I don't want you to lose your 1/4 inch seam allowance. So I want you to straighten this side first and move from there. I hope that's helped you a little bit with your Tri-Rex. Remember, this is iron, so it looks a little wonky, but I hope that's helped you a little bit. Please remember, if you have any questions, just let me know and I'll help out as much as possible. Thanks, guys. Have a great day.